I hosted Thanksgiving for my friends and somehow, everything went wrong. Part 3. By the time my friends were all gathered in the living room, I was frantically trying to salvage what I could. The turkey, still in the oven, was only half-cooked, and the mashed potatoes had transformed into a soggy mess. The green beans? Burnt beyond recognition. I could already hear them laughing, and not in a good way. The only thing that looked like it might save me was the pie. I had spent hours making a pumpkin pie from scratch, following my grandmother's recipe, and it was the one thing that seemed to be turning out okay. I opened the oven and pulled it out carefully, and to my relief, it looked beautiful golden crust, the perfect filling. If nothing else, at least I could serve them dessert. Everything good in there? Sarah called from the other room, her voice dripping with curiosity. I took a deep breath. Yeah. It's fine. Everything's great. We're all set. She wasn't convinced, but there was no time to explain. I quickly set the pie on the counter, hopeful that my one success wouldn't be overshadowed by the disaster in the kitchen. I still had to finish the turkey and salvage the rest of the meal. I checked the turkey again. It was, as expected, still raw in places. In a panic, I set it back in the oven at a lower temperature, hoping it would cook evenly. Meanwhile, I tried to salvage the mashed potatoes. They were a soggy mess, but with some creative mashing and a bit of cheese, I was able to make them edible. The green beans, however, were beyond repair. At this point, I just decided to leave them off the table entirely. The clock was ticking, and the doorbell rang. My friends were arriving. I quickly arranged the turkey slices on a platter, trying to make them look somewhat appetizing. When I set the food on the table, Sarah took one look at the mashed potatoes and said, "Well, these are special." I laughed, shrugging. Not exactly what I planned, but they'll do. My friends dug in, and honestly, the meal wasn't as terrible as I'd imagined. The turkey was dry, the potatoes were a bit odd, and the green beans were absent, but everyone was too busy laughing to care. And then, of course, there was the pie, perfectly baked and delicious. At the end of the night, we agreed this was the most memorable Thanksgiving we'd had. Sure, it wasn't the picture-perfect meal I'd imagined, but it was filled with laughter, love, and memories. And next year? I promised myself I'd at least know how to defrost a turkey properly.